Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss Microsoft Active Directory Domain Services. Active Directory Domain Services is one of the most important component we have in IT service management areas. There are many stuffs we do with Active Directory Domain Services, but in these sections mostly we're going to discuss how to use on-premises Active Directory Domain Services, how to use Azure Active Directory Domain Services, how to configure users, groups, and permissions. Whether you're working in IT industry or you're looking for jobs or you want to learn more about Microsoft product, this information should be very useful for you. So if you follow the video all the way, definitely it will help you to understand what is Active Directory Domain Services, how to configure on-premises directory service, and also cloud directory services. So let's have a look in details. What is Active Directory? So Active Directory is basically one of the directory service. Is provide authentications. Let's say on-premises we had Active Directory Domain Services. From on-premises we manage users, groups, etc. We manage with Active Directory. It's actually provide login infrastructures. In centralized login management is provide. For example, let's talk about Active Directory. Let's say on-premises we have one of the server, and this is a Active Directory servers, and you have some PCs in here. PC1, let's say PC2, let's say PC3, right? This PC we have. All of the PC, they are connected with this server. This is one of the Active Directory domain services. And why we need Active Directory domain services? Because with that, we can manage users, computers, or users, groups, computers, OU. OU means organizational unit. These things we manage with Active Directory domain services. So Microsoft, they had these services for quite a long time, like since Windows servers 2000. From that period of time, they had directory services. Let's say this is PC1, then we have PC2, PC3, etc. So when you create your username and password in directory service, with that username and password, they can log into their computer. But they need to be part of the same domain. Domain means an area, like one office, for example. So when you have a centralized management, let's say you have hundreds of people working in a company. Now, those people who log into which computer, what will be their username and password, we need to manage that part. So those kind of things we manage in Active Directory domain services. This is one of the services. So this is Windows servers. It's provide these services. So you definitely need to purchase the servers, license and everything, and you need to configure, then you can use this one. This is a Microsoft server. Let's say in our context, if I go to my PC, I have one of the DC here. Start. So this is one of the virtual machines. And these days, let's say many people, they're using these virtual machines for their all these tasks, because physical machines, it takes a lot of space, a lot of electricity. There's a lot of resource requirements it has. But virtual machines, it does the same thing. So virtual machines, for that you don't need any infrastructure. These days, virtual machines you can run in a server, and in one server you can run hundreds of virtual machines. In this way, all the virtual machines, they're working as like a separate server. They can provide all the services. So this is one of the DC. DC means domain controller, basically. So one of the Windows servers we have, and inside the Windows servers, we have these services, basically. I'll show you. But let's say this is your directory service. This is on-premises, but now many people, they move different locations. So we need again, Microsoft from point of view needs centralized management. For that purposes, we have something in the cloud called Azure AD, or this is called Entra ID, is the same thing. This is again server, let's say. This is called Azure AD. What is Azure AD? It's provide actually directory services. We can create same thing. We can create here users, computers. Computers means we call it device, but we have groups, we have device, etc. We can manage users and device. If you think about in a company, what we have in the company from IT point of view, we have people and we have device. Those things we need to manage. We need to manage, make sure like who log in, how they log in, where they log in, and device, make sure device is okay. If device problem, we have to, check that, fix it, including all network stuffs. Everything, network is also part of our device. Now, let's say a person working from home. This person working from home, these people, they're working from home. They want to log into their company, or they want to log into their PC. So what we do from the Azure AD side, we create user. For example, I create like Bob, for example. Bob, and when you create user, Bob, or you can create John. So those people we create in here. We also organize the password, and without username and password, those PC, they'll be able to log in. So that's the advantage we have with the Azure AD. Even you have hundreds of people working in different places, but all the login infrastructure you're managing through Azure AD. And you need internet connection. So everything is, because this is a cloud portal, and when you want to log in, you need to have internet connections. Let's say, understand Azure Active Directory, examine Azure Active Directory, compare Azure AD and Active Directory domain services, examine Azure AD as a directory service for cloud apps, compare Azure AD Premium P1 and P2 plans. So we have two plans. Examine Azure AD domain services. So these are the things we're going to discuss in these sections. Let's say, examine Azure Active Directory. You can use Azure AD to configure access to applications, configure single sign-on to cloud-based software as a service applications, manage users and groups, provision users. That means you can create new users, and your user want to access some applications in the cloud, you can provide access from Azure AD. Enable federation between organizations. Federation means another authentication part. Provide an identity management solutions. Identity management means creating user, managing users, providing them access. Identify irregular sign-in activity. That means you can monitor who sign in, whether they sign in properly or not, whether they have issues or not. You can check the log and details. Configure multi-factor authentications. MFA is very important. This is one part of security. So when they log in, whether they should use multi-factor authentications or not, we can set up. Extend existing on-premises directory, implement to Azure AD. This part is saying on-premises directory service will be able to connect to Azure directory service. That means when you are in office, then you can log in here, and all the servers and everything will be kind of like a premises. And many companies, especially the enterprise, they have their own servers. They want to keep many of their servers for maybe they have many other applications and many things on premises as well. They move many things in the cloud, but still they have something on premises. So they need to have that one. That kind of scenario, we can actually integrate on-premises directory service to cloud. So we can integrate. This is called hybrid method. Hybrid means your company, you have on-premises infrastructures, plus you have cloud infrastructures, both. And then you need to have a hybrid. In this way, let's say hundreds of users already, they are on-premises, but those users we can sync with cloud as well. In this way, we can use both. So this is extend on-premises directory to cloud. You can see this is on-premises servers. And this is Microsoft Azure Active Directory. So we can establish the synchronizations. After that, these people with the same username and password, they'll be able to access those applications over there. Configure application proxy. Proxy means intermediary server. So to log into some applications, we can use these proxy services from this Azure as well. Configure conditional access. Conditional access means, let's say, if you are an admin in a company, you must have to use multi-factor authentications. Otherwise, you'll not be able to access applications. So those kind of conditional access also we can implement. Now, a bit of difference in between. Let's say Active Directory Domain Services is a true directory service with a hierarchical X500 based structure, uses organizational units and group policy objects for management, can be queried and managed through lightweight directory access protocol calls, protocol LDAP calls, primarily use Kerberos for authentications, include computer objects, presenting computers that join an Active Directory domain, use domain name for locating resources such as domain controllers. ADDS use trust between domains for delegated management. ADDS means we're talking about on-premises servers, which traditionally we have. But now, these services completely moved to cloud. Many company, especially small to medium-sized company, they said on-premises, they do not have anything. They don't need that stuff. They can manage everything from the cloud. In this way, let's say administrator working from home, they're managing from home. People, maybe they're working from home as well, so they're using the service from home. So that's how it works. But Azure AD or Intra, it's called Azure AD. Its name is now Intra Admin Center, primarily an identity solution that is designed for internet-based applications. There are no OUs or GPUs. GPU means group policy objects. OU means organizational unit. Uses the REST API over HTTP and HTTPS. Use HTTP and HTTPS protocols such as SAML, WS federations, OpenID Connect for authentications, includes federation services and many other third-party services, are federated with and trusted Azure AD. There are many features they support, and this is a cloud-based. That means you're going to browser, and from the browser, HTTPS method, you'll be able to use this one, basically. So at first, let's have a look. What is on-premises Active Directory Domain Services? Let's say I have one of the server. I'm going to log into this server. This is one of the on-premises Windows servers. And in this Windows servers, we have dashboard, then we have local server, and so this server has many other features. And first thing, when you log into the servers, you'll see this server managers window. But if you do not found that, you can click on Start menu, and then you'll see this server manager. So server manager is the main window. This is the main console we have. We need to use this one. Once you go there, after that, you can see dashboard, local server. Over there, we have DC, abc.local, etc. Then some informations like there's a firewall on, remote management, IP address informations. Also, like what kind of operating system we install. Is it a virtual machines or actual machines? It has that info, RAM info, right? CPU info, pretty much updates, security, like whatever you need, you can see everything in one place. You don't have to go to many different places. That's one of the good things we have. By looking at that, you have like a bit of understanding, okay, what we have. And this is an on-premises domain we have called abc.local. Now, we want to look at our Active Directory domain services. So first thing, we'll go to our tools. And in here, we have Active Directory users and computers. This is the main console. Majority of the company, we are using this console, and majority of the people, they actually working around that window. In here, let's say what we do, we create mostly users, groups, those kind of things we create in here. For example, in here, I have some of the OU and stuffs. I'm right clicking in here, create new, and say in here, I want to create at first organizational unit. Organizational unit means like a department. For example, we have finance department, finance desk. I just put OU. So this is one of my already exists this one, sorry. Finance one, I just put, that's fine. So this is one of the OU, that means is a department. In this department, maybe some people, they are working. Let's say I create new, say user, username I put, let's say Bola, for example. This is a one user, this person working in a company, and this person this is a local domain called abc.local, and click next. And I need to put a password. After that, next, and finish. So this is one person. So this person, then this is on premises we're talking about. So that person can, after the login to a particular computer in a company with these login details. That's a local login. Okay. Part of the domain login, we can say. Now another one, let's say I quickly create just testing purposes, another user name is like, for example, James. And then this is James. And for James, I have the password. So this is two people I have created. We can create groups. Let's say new, and there's a options called group here. So basically, group name is, let's just say finance, for example, dash user. I just create one of the group. Group means two head. So what is the difference between user and group? User is a one person, but group means many people can be part of one group. Let's say sales user, maybe under that we have 10 people working. So if I want to share a file, it's very difficult to share one by one, each person. Instead, we're going to use a group and just share to group, and everyone will have same access. That is the reason we need groups. Now let's say I want to make, like, for example, another group called new, and say group here, and put finance manager, for example, and click OK. So I have two groups. Now let's say I want to provide, like Bola, I want to provide him management access, manager access. So manage by group. So add to a group, I just say finance, check, user. No, I want, there's a finance, FINACE dash manager. I think this one become. Yeah. So this is the finance managers. Let's say I picked up. Now this person will be part of that group. And like James, add to a group. I want to make James as a finance user. So I say finance. So James will be part of that group. In this way, we can manage. Let's say this person will be part of this group, other person will be part of that group. And later on in this way, you may have hundreds of users, but the process will be same. You may have many groups, but process will be same. This is on-premises services, and we can manage users groups on-premises. Now, we studying endpoint manager. So this is actually cloud-based services. Now let's go to our cloud services. And over there, we have active users. Part of that, we have in here identity. Click on identity. And then you can see this page. Microsoft Entra Admin Center. In here, we can see this is Microsoft Admin Center. Part of that, we have all these features. On the left-hand side, we have overview. And if I click on overview, it will provide me some informations about the domain name, the primary domain name, what kind of license we have. It will provide us those kind of informations. And on the left-hand side, we have users. Part of that users, we have all users. So this is a cloud-based, all the users and services we have. So we can create users in here. After that, we have groups. So users mean individual users you can create, and group means group of people you can put part of a group. And then we have devices. Devices means if any device they join to your Azure directory service, you'll be able to see those user, or you'll be able to see those devices. There are many other security features we have. Let's say application management, identity protections, identity governance. There are many other services we have, but mostly or majority of the cases we are using users, groups, and devices. These three tabs majority of the time we are using. On the top, we have a search option. Sometimes let's say something we do not know, we can't find in here, we can search that one as well. On the right-hand side, we have, this is the user account basically. This is the user login. Let's say I logged in. This is my login details on this right-hand side on the top corner. Now let's say what we do from here, we create a new user. So first thing, there's a users in here. I click on users and we say new users. In here, I can create a new user. And for example, I'm going to create a new user called Bobby. This is one of the user, and automatically see asme002.onmicrosoft.com. This is my domain name is selected. And nickname, display name, I just put simply Bobby. After that, we have the password. Password auto-generated. You can put your own password, but this is the good options. Automatically password will be there, but later on when user want to log in, they're going to change their own password. These things you leave it as it is, and then account enable. So just tick. If you tick this one, it will be enabled. If you do not tick, it will be disabled. You can simply use the password is there. Just use the same password over there. And click on properties. Over there, in here, you can have first name. For example, that's Bobby. Last name, you can put last name, but it's not mandatory, but always every user should have a first name, last name. And there are many other details like a job title, company name, department. Those things, they are not mandatory. They're optional. You can put, or without that, you leave it blank. Contact information, they're optional. You can put all this info, but they're optional. And other things, they're all optional. And click next assignment. Assignment means now I can put this particular user to a group, or I can assign a new role. Group and role. So if I click on group, over there, I have some default group in here, for example, IT managers, or I'm going to put over there. This is just an example. I just put IT managers or IT helpdesk group, select. I'm going to put that person on that group. This is a group. We can add this person in this group. And then we have a role, another thing called role. What is a role? Role means this person, what kind of task will be able to do. For example, if you make this person as an application administrator, this person will be able to manage many things related with application administration. Then authentication administration, then billing administrator, then desktop analytics, directory readers. If I make this person as a directory reader, this person will have permissions to read the directory. So in this way, Microsoft has default, they have many hundreds of role. So this role, all we are using for providing permissions. So once you provide permissions and say, for example, I want to make this user as a user admin. So user admin can manage all aspects of users and groups, including resetting password for limited admins.
Can we give multiple roles to the same person?
Yes, we can provide multiple role to same person as well. No problem. It's a permission. So we can provide permissions to one person. We can provide more than one permissions to one person. When you create any user, you can assign this role or you can do it later on as well. We have those options. And then select. After that, next review plus create. And this is a bit of summary. And you can click create. One or more memberships could not be added, so that's fine. So maybe some reason we need to check, but in this way, pretty much you can create users and put in that particular group. There's another kind of user we have, let's say, invite external user. If I click here, external user means somebody who has a different email address. Maybe they are not part of our company. Let's say someone has Gmail or Yahoo or some other company domain name. They can be part of different company, different team, and different email. I can actually add them in here. For example, I put zahid.itrout@gmail.com and put like this is Zahid-Gmail. I just put display name like that, just for understanding purposes. And I can put some message here, like, please accept these invitations to join in my network. I can say like that. And other things will be same, like there's a properties, the same properties. Assignment, same way you can have the assignment. Then review plus create invite, so everything will be same. And then you can invite. After that, that person will receive email. I already received one email, and then I need to say accept, then I'll be able to join in here. In this way, the advantage is, let's say, maybe some contractor or somebody, they want to work for a couple of days, or you want to provide them some sort of access for the time being. You can invite them and you can provide access to them as well. So this is all about users. Then username, let's say if someone forgot their password, let's say we created that username. If I refresh, what was our user? Bobby. This Bobby. If I click on that user, let's say this user forgot the password. I can reset from here. Reset password. Let's say this person forgot the password. I just click here and say reset password. I just need to say reset password. In this way, password will be reset. And then after that, let's say that's how you reset the password. And there are many other things, but at the moment, just resetting the password, that's important. Enable, basically you go to user properties and you can perform many activities. They are very user friendly. Based on your requirements, you can perform all these activities. After that, there's a groups. Groups is similar to on-premises. Let's say I want to create a new group. So why we need a group? Group we need because we want to provide permissions to many people at once. That's the reason we need a groups. Usually group types will be in here, will be always security group and Microsoft 365 group. This is related with 365 portal. This group name, again, I'm going to put finance, let's say, the group name I can put finance managers. Group descriptions, I can put same thing, finance manager group. And after that, Membership type will be assigned because we are manually configuring. And this one should have a owner. So owners means I put owners will be, let's say I need to find user like that Bobby. I created the user earlier Bobby. Bobby will be the owner. And then members, select members. You can have, let's say with B, how many people? Like for example, Vijay, I have something, Brad, I have. So they will be part of my members. The process is same. You can have 1 member, 2 member, or 100 member. Process will be same. After that, I can click create. In this way, we can manage users and groups. These groups now, if I refresh in here, I have many other groups, but I can find that this is the finance managers group. This one we have created, finance managers. Yes, this is in here. In this way, you can create users, groups, and you can manage them from here. I hope this information was useful for you, and thank you for watching.